Hi, I'm Julia, and I'm here with Cadenza, and I'm sitting here at Le Pain Quotidien with Jonako Donley and Suzi Yoonessi, and I'm really excited to be here today to interview them because they just produced and directed a fantastic film called Dear Lemon Lima, and Jennifer and I saw it last Saturday, June 27th, as part of the Los Angeles Film Festival in Westwood, Los Angeles. Hi girls, I'm really excited to be here with you. And my first question is actually for Suzi. I believe you actually wrote and directed this film. And I'm just wondering, what was your inspiration for the story and how did you come up with the concept?
So at some point, every year on Valentine's Day, I give my best friend some clever gift. Like one year it was a canvas filled with candy hearts. Another year it was those stamp heart books on a canvas. And so a couple of years ago, I decided to give my diary from my childhood. And I said, you can read it. That's the Valentine's Day gift. And before I passed it on, I read it, and I was just inspired by how sweet it was and how much kindness and love was within those pages. So I became inspired to create a film that was through the eyes of a 13-year-old girl about love and kindness.
So it's kind of reading your own diary that reminded you of that time in your life. That's very exciting.
My diary was literally written to Lemon Lima. So that was my imaginary friend when I was a kid.
So our viewers probably haven't seen the film because it hasn't been shown that much yet, but once they do, I'm sure they'll be curious like I was. Why Lemon Lima? How did you come up with that?
I think I can only speculate since I was probably like 5 or 6 when I came up with it, but probably I was born during the Strawberry Shortcake series, and I loved lemon meringue and lime chiffon, so I kind of assumed that I did a hybrid. I was also really into lemon lime soda, so I think it was a combination. And those images, just lemon and lime, something about it, I think resonates with kids.
Always creative. That's really, really exciting. And Jonako, I'm just wondering, how did you get involved with this project?
I met Suzi back when I was in college, and we actually worked on 2 feature projects together. We always got along really well and had a great working relationship. And I saw her short, and I also read the feature script of Dear Lemon Lima, and it was amazing. And she asked me to help her out on it, and so it's kind of how I came on board.
That's great. And what's the process? You know, from the beginning, from concept to actuality to reality. How did you start with? How did you begin?
I started just writing. Basically, I was in I went to Columbia's graduate film program, and I was in a workshop where they talked about story structure. So they said boy dumps girl, girl tries to win boy back, and with those elements, I wrote the first scene of Lemon Lima, in which Vanessa gets her heart broken by Philip Georgie. And so after writing that one scene, I just plowed ahead and just wrote everything I was thinking about and got a first draft out of myself, and then went on to spend like 6 more years writing about 25 more drafts of the script. But definitely I went through the Film Independent Filmmakers Labs, which they have a writer's lab, a director's lab, and a producer's lab. And in the workshop, especially the writer's lab, I had a mentor, Jeff Kleeman, and a group of 8 young upcoming filmmakers who really helped me hone what the story was and streamline what my vision was within those workshops.
What about you, Jonako? What was your process?
I came on board about a year ago. Suzi had worked on the script and getting it together for years and years before I came on board, but it was kind of a whirlwind. Sort of everything kind of came together, and we went off to Seattle, and we're in pre-production for 6 weeks, and then we're shooting for 6 weeks right after that, and then have been in LA doing post ever since.
And you're both so young, and you're definitely at the nascent stages of your careers. And I think it's incredible where how far you've gotten with this. And the Los Angeles Film Festival is such an exciting achievement. And what do you think? How did you get that kind of exposure? How did you get that kind of publicity? That's incredible.
Well, that's the film. I did a short version of the film about 2 years ago that played at over 80 festivals. So it allowed me to build relationships with a bunch of people, and also the script went through IFP No Borders, in which you meet a lot of financiers and different industry people, and it also went through Tribeca All Access, so I met a bunch of people through that. So really building those relationships and hopefully articulating my vision to the people I was surrounded by from the industry. So that's how we hooked up with LA, but it was definitely the perfect match for us. And as you saw with the 3 sold-out screenings with like kids screaming in the audience, it was definitely the right choice to premiere the film here.
It was so fun. It was really, you could feel the energy in the theater. It was so exciting. I've seldom been to sold-out films before. It was just, everyone in that room was excited to be there. Where can viewers see this film in the future? Is it going to be available on DVD, or are there future screenings?
Well, we have some top secret screenings coming up, but also what the things that would help, because right now we're talking to a bunch of distributors, and to get our dream distributors, what helps is if people join our Twitter account, which is twitter.com Dear Lemon Lima, or if people join our Facebook account, or we have an amazing website which is super cute that has the diary entries. I just think if as much of an online presence as we can build, even you meeting up with us is fantastic, because getting the word out to girls, because there is an audience for this film, and I think that people don't really seem to understand that like women are a big audience. So.
Absolutely, and we'll definitely provide all the links to all those sites, the Twitter and the Facebook, and your fabulous website, which is so cute. I loved it.